Alright, choosing the right eyepiece for planetary observations can be difficult. And in order to help you guys with your decision, I have another eyepiece with me today, which I'm going to review. It's one of my favorites, so stay tuned. Hi, I'm Bogdan Damian, and in today's video, I'm going to take a deeper look at the Tele Vue DeLite 9mm. It's a great eyepiece that has offered me some amazing views of our solar system. I've purchased it last fall just in time for the Mars opposition, and boy, this Tele Vue did not disappoint. In today's video, I'm going to go over some details, specifications, and in the end, my own impressions with this eyepiece. And yeah, without further ado, let's get this review started. First, I would like to talk a bit about Tele Vue. For you guys who don't know Tele Vue yet, it's a premium manufacturer of telescope and telescope accessories based in New York, USA. They've been in the game since the late 70s, 1977 to be more specific, when Al Nagler created the company. He's a brilliant optical engineer who used his vast knowledge of optical design to create some of the best equipment for hobby and professional astronomers, such as the DeLite series, the latest eyepiece design to come from Tele Vue. They've introduced this new lineup in 2015 as a mid-level category of eyepieces especially designed for planetary observations. They combine a smaller form factor and a relatively low price with some great features from the more expensive and bigger eyepieces like the Delos, such as a generous eye relief, quality optics, and comfortable viewing experience. They come in sizes ranging from 3 to 18.2 millimeters, all offering an 62 apparent field of view and 20 millimeters of eye relief. Today I have the 9mm version of the DeLite with me. It has a barrel size of 1¼ inch, an eye relief of 20 millimeters, apparent field of view of 62 degrees, and it weighs 210 grams. Also, the field stop is 9.6 millimeters. What I really like about this eyepiece, besides the quality of the views it offers, is that it's so comfortable to use. I'm wearing glasses and I love when an eyepiece has generous eye relief. For me, a comfortable viewing experience starts at around 20 millimeters. Not only that the eye relief is excellent, but the eyepiece isn't heavy or bulky, which means that your telescope won't struggle under the extra weight, especially when using it in addition to other accessories like a Berlo or a bino viewer. The top lens has a large diameter, which also helps with the viewing experience. There are other aspects as well that makes this eyepiece one of my favorite eyepieces, like the good quality optics that offer a sharp field of view right up until the edge. The views with this eyepiece are bright and have a high contrast. There are also almost no color aberrations to be noticed. Only in high contrast situations, like when looking at very bright targets, like the moon for example, you will be able to see some aberrations, but these situations are very rare and it wasn't something that has bothered me. In terms of build quality, the Tele Vue DeLite is right up there with the best eyepieces on the market. The housing is made completely out of metal and that gives it a very premium, robust feel. I've been using it with my 12-inch Dobsonian telescope for medium to high power planetary observations, and the views were fantastic. I've mentioned the compatibility with existing accessories earlier in the video. Well, I've been using it with a Tele Vue Berlo 2X lens for high power views and haven't had any issues whatsoever. If the seeing conditions permitted it, then the views were always great. Now, if you guys are like me, then you might be interested in what the objects you want to observe in the night sky actually looks like when using the Tele Vue DeLite in combination with your telescope. With help from Stellarium, I have set up the views with this eyepiece. A link to Stellarium and where you can download it is in the description below. Also, please keep in mind that these are simulated views and not actual views of the night sky. Your views of these objects might vary considerably depending on your location, scene conditions, and equipment. The field of view, however, will be similar. Now that we have heard a lot of good stuff about this eyepiece, I thought I would go over a couple of things that bothered me. These are far from being a deal breaker. However, I believe that's something that's worth mentioning. So first, I would like to go over the eye guard. Having an eye guard, an adjustable eye guard on your eyepiece is definitely a good thing. But I feel that the way Tele Vue implemented it with the DeLite series, it could have been better. What I mean by this is, for example, if I trying to remove the dust cap, then the eye guard will always pull out. I wasn't able to tightening it enough so that the eye guard wouldn't move when I was handling the eyepiece. I think that a twist-in system would work better here. And secondly, I would like to mention the odd angles at which, if you're looking through the eyepiece, you might experience blackouts. I noticed that this eyepiece is less forgiving or more demanding, if you want, than other eyepieces. If I'm to compare it with a 6mm ultra-wide angle from TS Optics, then I did notice a difference in this regard. It's nothing wild, and as said before, it's not a deal breaker, but it's something to keep in mind. So, since I brought up the 6mm ultra-wide angle eyepiece from Telescope Service, I thought I would give you guys a short comparison between that eyepiece and today's Tele Vue DeLite. When shopping for an eyepiece, I personally like to research as much information as possible. In order to help you guys with your decision, I've put in a chart together where I highlight the differences between these eyepieces. And if you're interested in the full review of the ultra-wide angle eyepiece from Telescope Service, then I would also put a link into the description below. The ultra-wide from Telescope Service is a lighter and more compact eyepiece than the DeLite. This makes the ultra-wide angle eyepiece easier to handle. Where the eye relief of the TS Optics is decent, the Tele Vue is excellent. The build quality on the DeLite is also one step above the ultra-wide angle. So are the views through the eyepiece as well, even though the ultra-wide angle is not a bad eyepiece at all. On the contrary, it has given me some amazing views of the moon and the planets. The DeLite is just a bit better in every category. With the DeLite, you get more contrast, better sharpness, and more brightness than with the ultra-wide angle. The price, however, reflects this, the DeLite being 5 times more expensive than the ultra-wide angle eyepiece. So there you have it. If you know what you want and are looking for one of the best eyepieces for planetary observations in this price range, then get the Tele Vue DeLite. It's relatively compact size and low weight compared to its bigger brothers, but also featuring quality optics and a generous eye relief makes this eyepiece a very good choice. Alright, that's been it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like it and also subscribe to my channel. If you have questions or feedback, please don't hesitate to leave a comment below and I will get back to you. So yeah, catch you guys next time.